Most people believe they only pay for something once. You walk into a store, you see $1,000 sofa, you swipe your card, and just like that, the transaction is over. Or at least, that's what we tell ourselves. But here's the uncomfortable truth. That $1,000 sofa is not going to cost you $1,000. It's going to cost you closer to $3,000 over the next 5 years. And that treadmill in your bedroom, the one you bought during your New Year, New Me phase, that machine might actually be costing you more than your gym membership ever did. Because in America today, people are drowning in something they don't even realize they're paying for. Not taxes, not rent, but the hidden cost of their own stuff. And this invisible cost is the reason millions of people feel broke, even when they're earning decent salaries. Today, we're going to break down the rule that wealthy people understand, but almost nobody talks about. It's called the everything costs twice rule. Once you understand this rule, you will never look at a price tag the same way again. Let's start with a simple question. What does it actually mean to own something? Most people think ownership is simple. You buy something, you pay once, and now it's yours. But in reality, ownership is not a one-time payment. Ownership is a long-term financial commitment because every single object you bring into your life comes with 3 invisible costs. 1, the space cost. 2, the maintenance cost. 3, the mental cost. And when you combine these together, you discover something shocking. The average American home today is 2.5 times bigger than homes in the 1950s. Yet somehow, people still feel like they don't have enough space. Why? Because we're not just buying things anymore. We're buying future responsibilities. Every object becomes a small problem that your future self has to manage. And slowly, without realizing it, your possessions start possessing you. Let's talk about the most expensive hidden cost of stuff. In the United States, the average home price per square foot ranges from about $150 to $250 per square foot, which means every item you own is basically a tenant living in your house. Think about that for a second. That treadmill sitting in the corner of your bedroom takes up around 15 square feet. If your house costs about $200 per square foot, that means your treadmill is occupying $3,000 worth of real estate. And the crazy part? You probably haven't used it in months. So what used to be a fitness machine has now become a $3,000 laundry rack. And it doesn't stop there. Look around your house. The spare chairs, the extra kitchen gadgets, the boxes in your garage. Each one of them is silently renting space in your life. And if you're renting an apartment in cities like New York, Austin, or San Francisco, it gets even worse because in those cities, people are literally paying monthly rent for their clutter. Your stuff isn't just sitting there, it's eating your square footage. Here's something that might surprise you. The self-storage industry in America is worth over $40 billion. Let that sink in. Millions of Americans are paying monthly fees just to store things they don't even use. Imagine buying a couch, then paying $120 per month to keep it locked inside a storage unit. At that point, you're not owning the couch anymore. The couch is owning you. In fact, some financial experts say that the existence of the storage industry proves something powerful. Americans don't have a storage problem, they have a buying problem. Because if we stopped buying things we rarely use, we wouldn't need entire buildings dedicated to storing them. Now let's talk about the second hidden cost, maintenance. Everything you own requires something from you. Your car needs oil changes, your clothes need washing and dry cleaning, your gadgets require subscriptions and upgrades, your house requires repairs. And each of these costs may seem small, but together they quietly drain your income. A $1,200 smartphone might not feel expensive when you buy it, but after insurance, accessories, repairs, upgrades, that phone might actually cost you $2,000 over its lifetime. The same thing happens with cars. You buy a car for $30,000, but over the next few years, you end up paying for gas, insurance, maintenance, depreciation, and suddenly that $30,000 purchase becomes a $50,000 commitment. Which leads us to a powerful truth. The price tag you see is rarely the real price. But the most expensive cost of all is the one you can't see. Mental load. Researchers at Princeton University discovered something fascinating. Physical clutter in your environment actually competes for your attention, which means every object in your room is quietly demanding a tiny bit of your brain power. It's like having 50 browser tabs open in your mind. Each object creates a small decision. Where should I put this? Should I fix this? Do I still need this? Should I sell this? And while each decision seems tiny, together they create a constant background stress, which slowly drains your focus. And that focus could have been used for something far more valuable. Starting a side hustle, building a business, learning a new skill, or spending time with people you love. Instead, your brain is busy managing stuff. So why do we keep buying things, even when they make our lives more complicated? Because modern marketing is designed to make us believe something dangerous, that buying things will make us happier. But the happiness from buying something new usually lasts about 72 hours. After that, your brain adapts and the object becomes normal, which triggers a cycle psychologists call the hedonic treadmill. You keep buying more things to recreate the same feeling of excitement. But the excitement never lasts, and the only thing that keeps growing is the pile of stuff in your house. Here's where wealthy people think differently. They don't just ask, how much does this cost? They ask, what will this cost me over time? Because real wealth is not about how much you earn, it's about how much of your money and your attention you keep. Every unnecessary purchase steals two things from your future: money and mental freedom. So here's a simple rule that can completely change the way you spend money. Before buying anything, assume it will cost at least twice the price tag. A $500 item? Treat it like a $1,000 commitment. If it still feels worth it, then buy it. If not, walk away. You can also use 3 powerful habits. 1. The 10% rule. Assume every item costs about 10% per year in maintenance. 2. Rent instead of buy. If you use something less than 4 times per year, rent it. 3. The 6-month test. If something hasn't added value to your life in 6 months, it's not an asset, it's a liability. The truth is, minimalism isn't about owning nothing. It's about owning the right things. Because every object in your life should do one of 2 things: make your life better or make you money. If it does neither, it's just occupying space. And the more space you reclaim, the more freedom you gain. So stop buying things just to fill your house. Start buying back your time, your focus, and your freedom. Because real wealth is not measured by what you own. It's measured by what owns you.